Wouldn't be anywhere else, sir.
We saw Louisa here. Did she practice it all day? Or?
She did not. We're excited for her to join us, though, and just coming off all sorts of momentum with that French championship. So be excited that she's with us. But she did not practice today. Got to get some medical stuff done, and we'll see if she's available tomorrow or not.
What characteristics of her game will help enhance this team?
Yeah, I think IQ, I think size, and I think stretch. Has the ability to shoot the ball, so you got to guard her at the arc, and then is an inside presence as well. So anytime you have somebody with that size who can play inside out, just adds another versatile tool to the toolbox.
How does it feel to be able to add size to your team?
Yeah. Anytime you could add size and skilled size at that, it's, again, as a coach, just more and more options. Like I think our team is deep, and there's all sorts of options there, and it's tweaking and figuring out those combos, and so it'll all take care of itself eventually. But excited for what Louisa brings.
How strong of a fit do you envision her skill set being, up top with handoffs and just being a pick and roll partner with some of your top players?
Yeah, I think her skill, and her ability to screen, and then again the balance of being able to pop and stretch, but then continuing to roll and bring her size to the rim and put pressure on the paint. But the fact that she's just multi-dimensional keeps defenses guessing.
Kind of challenges Seattle's front court have for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, NECA and Ezzy, and then, they drafted Malunga, and they got Liuru.
Not me, huh?
Got all sorts of time. I mean, this league is...
I like that.
There's no easy night, right? You've got all-stars all over the place, and so, it helped that we played Collier first, and now you get NECA, so we'll learn from some of the stuff with Collier and see if we can have NECA have a little bit of a tougher night than we usually do.
And speaking of another player that is not doing Eurobasket, just talk about Gabby Williams and what she brings to that team, and just some of the things she can cause a problem with.
Yeah, totally. Just in the open floor, she gets up and down, puts pressure on the rim in transition, and then in the half court, just her slashing, her cutting. And then improve from the arc, right? She's confident, she's going to shoot it, a little streaky, but she gets it going from out there. She can present a lot of problems, so we've got to do our best to get our defense set and just try to really continue to build on our base.
Now that you've had a few days to review film and everything, did anything specific stand out from Paige's debut?
I think I just appreciate how intentional she is on both sides of the ball, and defensively just really buying in and then trying to help those around her to just get to good spots on the floor. And then offensively, I thought credit to Minnesota, I thought they disrupted us, and I didn't like our general speed and tempo, but credit to them, I thought their ball pressure was great. They picked us up early, they pressured us in the post, so our flow at times was a little stagnant. So we'll figure that out and we'll find it, but I thought she was extremely comfortable and got off of it at times, and that was the right play. And then found her groove a little bit in the tunnel late in the second half, and loved all the shots she took and made some good reads. Like, she's gonna be just fine.
Ty Harris was on limited minutes, so what's the plan for her over the course of the next few games?
Yep, she felt really good, so I anticipate that restriction being lifted. So I'm gonna look to get her more and more.
So full participation and all that.
Yeah. She's full go. So excited to keep incorporating her in and growing her chemistry with our group.
Considering how versatile Minnesota is and just tough defensively, how helpful is that? Just using that as a reference to kind of continue to learn your offense and just install everything, kind of like that first stress test.
Totally, you couldn't ask for a better first test. So they do what they do, and they do it really well. And so it's something for us to aspire to, right? They were in the finals last year. They got their core together again. Lots of vets who played in this league for a while, and so that's something for us to look at and learn from. And we'll be better for it.
Coach, we saw Paige on the ball a lot this last game. Will we see her more off the ball on the next game, or how will that work out?
Feeling it out. I mean, she was really good, really comfortable on the ball. I think I like Arika at times initiating. She did a handful of possessions, and then I like, the more Ty gets into the fold, you can move Paige off the ball and have Paige and Arika off the ball and Nay, and so it'll flow, right? From game to game, it'll look different, and then as we figure out the chemistry and the actions that we kind of settle in on, that'll all take care of itself. But again, I love that we have options and an ability to move people around.
I noticed that you guys went to more of the I asked you last time when you guys went more of the small ball lineup, and not necessarily we're going to see it a lot, but at the second half, was it just more that they just had more bigs than you guys had in the first half? I'm sorry, in the second half is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not sure I'm completely understanding the question,
Well,
but I think it's the foul trouble made us go a little bit small early, and then the second half we kind of stuck with the smaller lineup. T didn't really get an opportunity there in the second half, if that's what you're asking about. But I felt good with that lineup, and at the same time, like, I'll have to sit back and reflect and see where I made some mistakes and could I have pulled some different switches. So I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to claim to be, and so after each game, I'm going to go evaluate and figure out, were there different strings I could have pulled.
Sorry, I got tongue twisted.
No, you're all right.
How important will Tiara's size be against a big front court like Seattle?
Yeah, definitely. Like, just to be able to have T and what she brings is huge, and she's each and every day buying in and committing to just competing at a high level and giving great effort. And so the more she continues to do that, like, she's just going to have an impact for us on the floor.
Thank you. Let y'all start.
How's it feel to be back? Great. Spun the block. This is where I started my career, my dream. So I'm just happy to be back with the fan base, with teammates. Excited for the season.
Just expand on that. How does it feel to just be back and being able to be a part of this team compared to like the inaugural team?
It feels good. I mean, I feel like everybody's grown, like with Arike, T, myself. So it feels good to be back and knowing them. And then obviously I had Nay last year, knowing her and just watching the other peoples and the rookies come in. And Paige, #1 pick, having eyes on us, new excitement, new fans. And I just love Dallas. I love the city. The weather, it's warm, good spirits. So yeah, happy to be back.
What did you learn about this team from Friday's game?
What did I learn? We learned a lot. I feel like we still have growing room. That's always a good thing. That's a plus. So just learning from our mistakes, moving on, moving forward. It's going to be a long season. We have games every other day, I feel like. So just pushing past that and being prepared for tomorrow.
So you had a minutes restriction. Just how were you able to fully practice today, and just what was that like?
It was good. I mean, everything's fine. My injury's fine. Everything's good. Just trying to prolong it. I mean, it's like I said, it's a long season, so no need to rush and get back and do 30 minutes in the first game when we have 43 other games. So trusting in my coaches, they're trusting in me, and we're just putting in that work.
Ty, a lot of success in the WNBA is about fit on a team. How do you feel you fit here, and how?
I feel like I can come in and be a spark off the bench. I feel like I'm a poised point guard. I mean, I feel like every team, every year is something different, something new. Sometimes I'm a starter, sometimes I'm coming off the bench. So I feel like I have that experience of if I do need to start, I can start, and if I need to come off the bench, I come off the bench. But I always tell this, I have a young AAU program too. Like, being a role player is not a bad thing. Every great team has role players, and I feel like that's where longevity comes is knowing your role and perfecting that.
Going off that, you might share the floor with Paige sometimes. You might back her up and replace her sometimes. How do you approach that balance?
I love it. I feel like all my career I've been always like a 2-guard front thing type of thing combo. Even at South Carolina, it was always like if you right there get the ball, go ahead and I can sprint to the wing, and vice versa. If I get the ball right here, and she can sprint to the wing, and it gives Paige another opportunity to be off ball. I mean, she's a great scorer, great shooter, and sometimes being a point guard, it takes a back seat. And you can't always be as aggressive. So, like, when I can come in and be that point guard and allow her to be aggressive off the 2-guard position, it just brightens everything up. It makes us have more options to score.
As that point guard, are there any things that you've learned, like tendency-wise, like where to put the ball, how she likes, like, certain spots on the floor, anything of that nature so far as her teammate?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell y'all, so y'all can't guard it. But, yes, we are learning each other's tendencies, and each practice every day is going to grow and grow.
Ty, you're coming off a career year with Connecticut, and you come here to Dallas. What area of your game do you feel like you wanted to enhance the most with this roster of the Wings?
Being aggressive. I mean, I feel like everybody knows that I have high IQ and can run a team and facilitate, but just being more aggressive, getting to my spots, and then it's going to open up everything for everybody else too.
How you feel about taking on the New Look Storm tomorrow?
I'm excited. I mean, we're getting back to it. We coming off a L, so hopefully we can turn this into a dub and go 1-1.
Okay.